Hey everyone, this is the sixth annual graphic novel tour. My collection's come a long, long, long way over the years from taking up, I think like a shelf and a half in my first video. That is to say, like a shelf and a half, like one of those, and then another half, to taking up two entire bookshelves worth of space, and then some. It's been a long journey. It's been a great journey. Unfortunately, at least for the foreseeable future, this is probably going to be my last graphic novel collection video, which is too bad because you guys really like these, and I really like doing them. But if you know me in my personal life, you know for the purposes of my physics degree, I'm moving house uh, over the St. John's. Those are just my mangas, my manga collection, whatever. Um, and then I have this huge Batman Warriors hardcover, as well as this huge Dick Tracy collection of all the old serial stuff. Uh, Girl comics down there, and Punisher, Captain America, and so forth. But this is the body of my collected editions. But yeah, you know me, my personal life, you know that I'm moving for my physics degree, and as such, I won't have access to a lot of this collection for a while because this is my parents' house, and I'm leaving most of this here for the short term. Because I'm not moving into a full apartment. I'm moving into an apartment with a friend of mine, and there's not a ton of space in that apartment. So, uh, for now, a lot of this is staying here. Nonetheless, let's get on to it. Of course, I usually go over this stuff. I have some original artwork, and I've got some prints. I've got some signed comics by various artists like Adam Kubert and Jed MacKay. I've got, this is new actually. This is my Batgirl statue. I got that for less than $30, if you can believe it, 30 Canadian dollars. And I've got Secret Wars issue number 8 in practically mint condition. That's like, I don't know, that's probably like a 9.8 or something. It's fucking phenomenal condition. And then I've got Amazing Spider-Man 299. That's the first Venom cameo. It's the first black suit, alongside with 252, of course. Over here, I've got Amazing Spider-Man number 194, first appearance of Black Cat. Not in terrific condition, but not in bad condition either. And then I've got Black Cat number 1 signed by Jed MacKay. I've also got those up there, all across there, all across here, blah, 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 blah. You get the deal. I might consider doing like a Flash collection because I've got a couple boxes of Flash stuff, or an updated Iron Man collection before I leave. I'm recording this on the 11th of December, so who knows. This is not technically complete. I do have some stuff in the mail, but it's not going to be here for a while, so I won't be in this town. I'll be in St. John's. Anyway, so starting with the oversized hardcover / omnibus formats, we've got Avengers X Sanction, which has the famous Spider-Man will be remembered as the world's greatest superhero in the future line, which I love. Avengers Endless Wartime by Warren Ellis. I really was looking forward to reading that, because despite the fact that Warren Ellis is not a great person, turns out I won't be mentioning that. Like, I won't get meta about the sort of politics of anything, but despite the controversy around him, he is a good writer. But I found myself profoundly bored and disappointed with Endless Wartime. And then I've got the Invisible Iron Man hardcover. I got this for like $4, if you can believe it. It's volume 2, but $4. Come on, how could you not get an oversized hardcover for $4? Phenomenal price. And I do want to read the whole run, but there's some really good stuff in this that I have read a lot of that, despite the fact that I don't have the first one. Then we have Iron Man Fatal Frontier. Now, this is an oversized hardcover that I haven't yet read, but I look forward to it. I believe originally it was a digital original series, like a sort of Marvel Unlimited Comixology situation. So it'll be interesting. I don't even know who writes it, but I've never seen one of those series in oversized hardcover before. I should hurry up as it is 5 minutes into the video. I've yet to clear the first shelf. Next we have the 2 Clone Saga omnibuses. I tore through this one. There's a lot of really great stuff. So the Clone Saga overall was a mistake. There's a whole lot of terrible stuff in the Clone Saga, but I found myself profoundly enjoying quite a lot of this. One of my favorite issues of Amazing Spider-Man, I think irrefutably one of the greatest issues of Amazing Spider-Man ever written, issue number 400, the original Death of Aunt May, is in this book, and that is objectively beautifully drawn and written by J.M. DeMatteis and Mark Bagley, I believe is the creative team on that one. Just 2 incredible legendary Spider-Man creators. There's also Exiled Returns, which is a great story. The Clone Saga started off really, really bright and really, really well written for the most part. But by the time you get to around Smoke and Mirrors, which is toward the end of this volume, it gets rough. Which leads me to number 2. So this is about 48 issues, and this is 45 issues. Tore through 45 issues in like a week and a half. This took me, I don't even know how long. I read a storyline, and then I took some time off, and I read another storyline, and that's how it kind of worked. I will say that the Riley or the Lost Years, the 3 issues, as well as the Parker years at the end of this, are pretty excellent. I quite like those books, but for the most part, this is pretty garbage. Mostly just because they went too far with everything. The art gets a lot worse as well. Bagley kind of drops off the title close to the end for a while. Close to the middle perhaps, and even near the beginning. Somewhere in here, he drops off for a while, and he won't come back until the Ben Reilly Spider-Man run. And we have Superior Foes of Spider-Man by Nick Spencer. I don't think I have to tell anybody how great this book is, how hilarious it is. Good stuff. Amazing Spider-Man Family Business by Mark Waid. Really good. And Del Otto's artwork is really incredible in this book, and I love the way that he draws the webs. They look so organic and real. I mean, they're not organic. They're obviously ingenious chemical concoction. Nonetheless, Ultimate Spider-Man. This is among my prized possessions, this omnibus here. Sean, the owner of the comic book store in the town where I currently live, gave this to me for Christmas one year, and I have loved it since. And he also gave me this one other year, either for my birthday or for Christmas. Terrific guy. He is actually doing a science degree, his master's in, I believe, biochemistry at the same school I will be attending this coming semester. So I'm excited to get back in touch with it. I mean, we've kept in contact, but I'm excited to see him again. It'll be fun. Nonetheless, I mean, this is also my favorite comic of all time. The Ultimate Spider-Man run from beginning to end is just absolutely terrific. Star Wars oversized hardcovers 1 through 3. I'm just into the second one now. The first one is excellent. It seems like the series will go too far in a few places, as they say, with like Obi-Wan and Yoda and all that business, which is a bit. I guess you got to fill 35 issues somehow, but yeah, it's excellent so far. It feels like the original trilogy. Everybody looks like how they look. Dr. Aphra Volume 1, I haven't read that yet. I'm going to wait until I get to the point in the Star Wars series where I should start reading this. Thor, God of Thunder 1 and 2, Jason Aaron, Legendary Run, No More Mutants, or No More Humans, rather. Haven't read that yet, actually, to be honest. I've had it for some time, just haven't gotten around to it. Giffen, DeMatteis, and McGuire's JLI, that is to say Justice League International. Absolutely terrific, legendary stuff. I want to get the second one, but I haven't done it yet, obviously. Earth 2 by Grant Morrison and Frank Whiteley. I think everybody's familiar with this. They made a movie of it. Why the Last Man, Volume 1, oversized hardcover, deluxe edition, whatever. I haven't read it yet. I'm told it's phenomenal. I got it quite a while ago, and I just haven't had the time to read it, or I haven't taken the time to read it. I've read so many other things in the last year. Aquaman Exiled, Batman Court of the Owls, All-Star Batman, My Own Worst Enemy, by Scott Snyder. Green Lantern New Guardians Volume 3 in hardcover. I found that for like $3. And I had to get it. I did pass on it the first time, but it was still there when I came for it again. So I had to get it because I have volumes 1 and 2 down here. in paperback, and I haven't found Volume 3 in paperback. So how could I say no? Harley Quinn, Haunt in the City, Justice Leagues 1 through 3 by Geoff Johns. Not my cup of tea. I don't hate it, but I don't love it either. It's just, I don't know. It just feels like watered down Justice League. The villain's journey in particular was really hard to read. It was just really boring. Superman New Krypton by Geoff Johns, Volume 1. And I have a whole run. This is pretty much the back half of the New 52 Superman stuff. The Men of Tomorrow, excellent. Before Truth, I could take it or leave it. Savage John is really good. And Superman, The Final Days of Superman. It starts off pretty strong, but I found it ultimately disappointing. In Superman Reborn, I haven't read yet because it's part of the Rebirth series, and I don't have that yet. So I want to get the deluxe edition of Rebirth, and then I'll read this with it. Watchmen, I don't think I have to tell anybody what that is. The Defenders, Masterworks Edition, Volume 5. Just fun classic stories. Iron Man Demon in the Bottle, excellent. Huge Iron Man fan, huge Iron Man collection. Iron Man Iron Metropolitan, it's just a really cheap hardcover I got from the Marvel Now run. Ultimate Iron Man, really weird, don't recommend it. Spider-Man Election Day, Spider-Man Dying Wish, beautifully written story by Dan Slott. Ultimate Spider-Man, The World According to Peter Parker. Again, Ultimate Spider-Man's excellent. Astonishing X-Men Ghost Box by Warren Ellis, haven't read it yet. Young Marvel Man, classic. Weird but interesting. Bunch of Star Trek hardcovers. A-Force, I just got this very recently by G. Willow Wilson. I've yet to read it. I'm told it's great. Ant-Man Scott Lang, all the original adventures of Scott Lang throughout Avengers, Iron Man, and Showcase? I want to say Spotlight. Anyway, really fun stuff. I really like Scott Lang. Irredeemable Ant-Man by Kirkman. Just a fun, crazy, wild ride. Ant-Man by Nick Spencer. Excellent. Ultron Unbound. Take it or leave it. I do like West Coast Avengers, but that is just a rough... it's a rough time. It's a rough read. Earth's Mightiest Heroes Ultimate Collection collects Earth's Mightiest Heroes 1 and 2. Haven't read it. Avengers World Trust by Geoff Johns. New Avengers Volumes 1 and 2. Absolutely excellent. Ooh, probably my favorite era of Avengers. Definitely my favorite era of Avengers, I would say, actually. New Avengers AIM. Avengers The Initiative. Mighty Avengers No Single Hero. This is the Superior Spider-Man Avengers team. Ultimates 1, Ultimates 2. No, sorry, this is Ultimates Volume 1 and 2. Ultimates Cataclysm. It's a pretty cool story. Road to Civil War. Controversial, but I quite like it, even as an Iron Man fan. Daredevil Essential. Another Daredevil Essential. Daredevil Legends, that is to say, that's what it's called. Man Without Fear by Frank Miller, John Romita Jr. Absolutely phenomenal. Daredevil by Frank Miller, Volume 1. I've started reading this. It's really good. But I'm going to wait to finish it until I go to St. John's, because I'll be buying Volumes 2 and 3 while I'm out there. Parts of a Whole. Now, if you're watching Hawkeye, this is pretty seminal stuff because it's the introduction of Echo as a character, and it's her origin story and how she ties into the Kingpin. Spoilers. Daredevil Ultimate Collection Volume 1 by Ed Brubaker. Daredevil's my second favorite character. So it goes Spider-Man and then Daredevil. So I got a lot of Daredevil stuff. Daredevil by Mark Waid, Volume 1 through 7. This is phenomenal, and of course there's the Marvel Now series, which takes place after this. I don't have that in trade because I have it in singles over there. Daredevil Redemption, it's sort of a fun but disposable story. Daredevil Father, wasn't a fan. Do have a poster of it though. Daredevil Daredevil Man Without Fear, Death of Daredevil by Jed MacKay. This is actually signed. It's excellent. A real tearjerker if you're a longtime Daredevil fan. Daredevil No Fear, Volume 1. Daredevil Volume 1, No Fear, that is to say, by Chip Zdarsky. It stops here because I picked it up in singles. I started reading in singles after I read this because of how phenomenally good it is. Another, terrific book for Spider-Man fans as well. Ultimate Daredevil and Elektra, read that several times, really like it. Daughters of the Dragon by Jed MacKay, signed. Doctor Strange and Doctor Strange. Actually, these are older. I should switch those around. But I love these. I love these essential editions. The essential collections are black and white reprints of old Marvel stories in linear order, and they're really cheap and they're excellent, and I recommend them. Old Doctor Strange is a hell of a time. I totally recommend it. I read both of these volumes, and I haven't finished this one yet, but I read both of these and they're excellent. Elektra, I haven't read. Fantastic Four Secret Invasion, just a sort of tie-in. It's not really anything special, but it's interesting enough. Fantastic Four by Hickman. Fantastic Four New Departures, New Arrivals. Fantastic Four Volume 1 by Dan Slott. I started picking this up in singles after I read this. Oh. Ultimate Fantastic Four Volume 1s, 2, 5, and 6. So there is a gap in there, but these were like practically nothing. Ghost Rider. This is actually the introduction of the Marvel Zombies in the crossover storyline. Essential Ghost Rider. Hawkeye, the saga of Barton and Bishop, which is to say, this is just the My Life as a Weapon Matt Fraction run of Hawkeye. This is excellent. This collects 24 issues, 1 annual, 22 issues, and 1 issue of Young Avengers. And it is one of the best comics I've read, like, in recent memory. It's excellent. In contrast to that is Ultimate Hawkeye, which is not very good. Essential Hulk, Planet Hulk, everybody knows Planet Hulk. Immortal Hulk, Volume 1 and 2, excellent stuff. Infinity Gauntlet, excellent, love it, quintessential. Daredevil, or Iron Fist, Return to Kung Long. I've been into Iron Fist for some time. I did a cosplay. It was a lot of fun, like Iron Fist. I don't think he gets enough attention. Iron Fist by Matt Fraction, Volume 1 and 2. This is a whole series. Iron Fist by Ed Bryson, Volume 1. This is signed. Oh, my foot's getting numb. Iron Man Essential, Volume 1. Weird stuff in this, but fun. Infamous Iron Man. This is the whole 12-issue series. This is the War Zones, Secret Wars 2015 mini. Machine Man by Tom DeFalco. Essential Moon Knights, Volume 1 and 2. Miss Marvel, No Normal. I quite enjoy this. I'm skeptical about the about the Disney Plus show, because it looks like it's taking a lot of departures, which are kind of like fundamental to the character. So we'll see if it's good. I really hope it is. I'd really like for that character not to be garbage. Luke Cage, Power Man. This is the whole series, the whole original series, issues 1 through 49, right before it became Iron Fist and Power Man Heroes for Hire, and also annual number 1. So 50 issues in total. Ruse, haven't read it, just some random book. Secret Empire, Brave New Worlds. Silver Surfer by Dan Slott. I'm yet to read this as a new acquisition. Great Power, Great Responsibility. These are the first, what are these? The first 40-something issues of Amazing Spider-Man, plus annuals and all that. Excellent, obviously. This is the whole, actually, this might be 1 through 38 or something like that. Yeah, I think this is 1 through 38, because this is the Stan Lee, Steve Ditko run, from Amazing Fantasy number 15 all the way to the end of Ditko's run, which is, I believe, issue 38. Anyway, quintessential Spider-Man, of course. Spider-Man No More, the beginning of the John Romita Sr. run with Stan Lee. Excellent. Holds the first appearance of Kingpin in issue 50, which is, of course, a classic story, which was adapted in, like, everything ever. Goblin's Last Stand, which is to say Death of Gwen Stacy. Kraven's Last Hunt, quintessential. And then Venom, which comes right after. Round Robin. These all look fantastic next to each other, by the way, don't they? Next, I have probably my favorite era of Amazing Spider-Man ever, for the most part, up until it gets garbage. Which is to say, the JMS run, which is awesome. Just some quintessentially incredible Spider-Man. yeah, so JMS Volume 1 through 4. Can't get Volume 5. Nobody can. It's out of print. It's been eliminated from the face of the planet. It's been sent into the negative zone. Nobody can get it. It's like $500 on Amazon. Peter Parker, Spider-Man, Civil War. I do have a lot of the rest of it in singles. Brand New Day, Volume 1. Kraven's First Hunt, excellent. Volumes 1 through 5 of Spider-Man Worldwide by Dan Slott. It's a mixed bag. A lot of fun, but it's kind of like, iffy. You take it or leave it. But I do enjoy Peter Parker, like, actualizing his potential as a scientist and as an engineer. Then I have the end of the Dan Slott run here. This is a 2-volume collection called The Red Goblin. This is, it ends pretty good, ends pretty strong, but overall it's, nothing to futz about. Volumes 1 through 3 of Spider-Man by Nick Spencer, which are excellent. And I have, of course, I'm reading Amazing Spider-Man in singles. Web of Spider-Man, Volume 1. This is quintessential. I love this. There's not a lot of consequence. Of course, there's the symbiote in issue 1, where Peter Parker gets rid of the symbiote for the final time. But aside from that, there's nothing important really that happens in this, but it is quintessentially Spider-Man. It's so Spider-Man it hurts. I love it so much. Web of Spider-Man is just great. You can tell inconsequential stories that just talk about the character and just have the character do a bunch of cool stuff. I love Web of Spider-Man. Marvel Knights Spider-Man. This is Spider-Man on a drug trip. Spider-Geddon, of course, the event by Jed MacKay, Dan Slott, and Nicolas Gage. It's got the Spider-Man from the Marvel Spider-Man PS4, blah, 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 blah universe. Pretty awesome. Spider-Man Deadpool is an romantic by Kelly. Pretty good stuff. I don't like Deadpool, though. Of course, more Ultimate Spider-Man. This just picks up on Ultimate Spider-Man after the omnibus leaves off. And then it continues down here. Ultimate Spider-Man up to Volume 17 there. Then we have Death of Ultimate Spider-Man Fallout. And then we have all of the Miles Morales Spider-Man stuff. You'll notice it doesn't have, I don't have Volume 3 here in paperback. That's because I have Volume 3 entirely collected in singles. But I was missing some issues from the original series in singles. So I bought the volumes. I've read these several times. They're excellent. I love them dearly. And then I have the first 2 volumes of Miles Morales Spider-Man in the 616 universe. Oh, sorry, the camera's a little off. I'm not looking through the viewfinder. In the 616 universe. I'm reading it currently in singles. Spider-Man Blue, one of the greatest Spider-Man stories in the last 20 years. I absolutely adore it. It's fantastic. Spider-Man official movie adaptation by Stan Lee, really good. Solid artwork. Amazing Spider-Man 2 Prelude, take it or leave it. It's just sort of interesting. Star Wars Lando in Star Wars Rise of Kylo Ren. Lando's really good. Kylo Ren is interesting. I'm not really entirely sure how I feel about it as a whole. We have Storm here, haven't read it. Thanos Wins, excellent. This was actually recommended to me by Jess the Omnidog during my interview with him on the podcast. He's from the Omnibros network. He's a really cool guy, and we actually reviewed these 2 books together on the podcast, Vision 1 and 2, which are, of course, quintessentially fucking awesome. Some of the best stories told in Marvel Comics in the last 5 years. So Mighty Thor by Matt Fraction, Ultimate Thor, Venom Lethal Protector, really cool. Warlock by Jim Starlin, really nerdy, but awesome. Wolverine by Chris Claremont. Wolverine Sabretooth, haven't read it. The first 52 issues of the original X-Men run by Stan Lee. X-Men Days of Future Past by Claremont and Byrne. X-Men Volume 1 through 7 by Grant Morrison. Don't have Volume 8. Uncanny X-Men Quarantine by Fraction. Wolverine and the X-Men Volume 1. Guardians of the Galaxy / New X-Men Trial of Jean Grey. Ultimate X-Men Volume 1 through 5. I am missing Volume 2 though, so I have to pick that up. X-Men Years of Future Past, which is like a continuation of Days of Future Past, which took place during the Secret Wars 2015 event. X-Factor by Peter David. Uncanny X-Force, Fear Itself. Animal Man, now we're in the DC paperbacks. Animal Man, The Hunt. Aquaman and the Others. Batman Year 1. Batman Nightfall. I'm going a little bit quicker now because we are up there on the old time. Now, I did make a concerted effort to read more Batman this year, so you'll notice my Batman section's a lot bigger than it was the previous year. You watched that. Bruce Wayne Fugitive, this is one of my very first trades. I love this story. Very nostalgic. And I'm reading through the Grant Morrison stuff now, so I have Batman and Son, which is technically Batman and Son as well as the Black Glove story collected in one volume. So this is Batman and Son and then Black Glove. Rounding off in Batman R.I.P. and then continuing on into Batman and Robin, which is a really beautiful paperback. Like, you don't get a lot of paperbacks that are quite this, and it's textured and stuff is what I mean. It's really cool, and it's made of a slightly different board stock, and I'm not sure what it is. Anyway, that's good stuff. This is Black Mirror. Everybody has Black Mirror pretty much. By Scott Snyder. It's just sort of Dick Grayson as Batman. Love Dick Grayson. As you'll see, Batman 0 Year, or DC Comics 0 Year, but it's mostly about the Bat family. Green Arrow's in it as well. I think there's a Superman issue. But yeah, Batman 0 Year for all intents and purposes. Batman's 1 and 2 by Tom King. Take or leave this run, personally. Batman 3 Jokers, 1 through 3. I do have Last Night on Earth 2 put in the single section, but 3 Jokers seemed consequential enough to have on the shelf. Batman, The Man Who Laughs. Batman, what is this? Actually, I just got this. Batman After the Fire. I don't really know anything about this aside from it's by the same creative team as Batman Noel. But I will read that eventually. It does look interesting. It's a pretty recent acquisition. Batman Beyond 2.0. Batman Beyond Brave New World. Batman slash, what is this? Batman slash Grendel. I kind of forgot I had that, to be honest. Countdown Arena, Cyborg Volume 1, Deathman. I really should, or Deadman. I really should put this in paper, or singles. Doom Patrol by Morrison, Earth 2, a few trades of Earth 2, Earth 2 Society, Flash by Mark Waid. I have a lot of that in singles. Flash Volume 1 and 2, Move Forward. This is from the New 52 run. I have a lot of this in singles. Green Arrow, The Trial of Oliver Queen. Green Lantern by Kyle Rayner's Volume 1 and 2. Kyle Rayner might be my favorite Green Lantern. Got him up there. He's got his power ring and everything. Got a statue of him. He's really cool. I like him a lot. Jeff Johns, he's a lot more relatable than Hal Jordan, I feel like. Green Lantern Rebirth, Green Lantern No Fear, Green Lantern Revenge of the GL, and Green Lantern Wanted Hal Jordan, Green Lantern Blackest Night. There's a lot of the Jeff Johns run here. I'm missing a few volumes, obviously, but this is quite a bit of it. Obviously, Jeff Johns is an incredible Green Lantern author. I've had this for a long time, so that some of the plastic's a bit weird. Green Lantern New Guardians 1 and 2, as I mentioned. Green Lantern, or Superman in the Justice League. Now, I have this under J for Justice League as opposed to S for Superman because it is a continuation of the JLI series. It's just the later issues. As you'll see here, doesn't really collect anything about Superman. It just takes place after Superman Panic in the Sky, which I do have here, where Superman joins the JLI. And yeah, it's just a continuation of JLI series. Keeps the same numbering and everything, so it's under Justice League. Justice League New World Order. Justice League by Morrison. Justice League, That Was Now, This Is Then by Roger Stern. Justice League of America, Road to Rebirth. Justice League Gods and Monsters by Bruce Timm and JMD Mateus. Infinite Crisis by Jeff Johns. Volumes 1 through 4 of Nightwing by Chuck Dixon and Denny O'Neil. Teen Titans Showcase Volume 1. This is the original Teen Titans series from like the 50s, or the 60s, from the late 60s. Teen Titans Volume 1 by Wolfman and Perez. Excellent stuff. I have a lot of this in singles. That's why I only have one volume. I have quite a lot of it in singles, actually. I think I've got like 70 issues of it. Teen Titans by Jeff Johns. Excellent. Teen Titans New 52 stuff by Loeb. Not a fan of Loeb. I got Volume 2 twice by accident. But yeah, not a fan of Loeb. Space Ghost, Volume 1. Supergirl, Volume 1. This is ridiculous and fascinating and a lot of fun. Daring Adventures of Supergirl, yet to get to this. This is pretty recent. Superman vs. Zod, Superman Panic in the Sky, not a great story. Superman Wonder Woman power couple. This is an interesting enough series. Super Sons by Peter J. Tomasi, excellent. Smallville, season 11. V for Vendetta, I don't think I have to say anything about V for Vendetta. Sensation Comics Supergirl, Wonder Woman, is volume 1 through 3. A few books in there by Alan Moore. High Society, Cerebus High Society, excellent. A couple random volumes of Chew. Deep Sea, Essex County by Lemire. I regret to inform that I've yet to read that. The final volume of Fables, because it came with the collection. The Goon, Hellboy, which is really cool. I don't think I have to say much about Hellboy. It's by Mike Mike Malinga. You know what? I say his name all the time, and it's maybe it's because of the fast-talking nature of this video, but it's sort of lost to me for the moment. Mike, don't have enough time to dwell on it. Invincible, Compendium Volume 1. Right at the end of it, I dove through the first, 40 issues in, a week. Just absolutely phenomenal storytelling by Robert Kirkman, of who usually I'm not really a fan. Sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not. It's really a mixed bag with him. But yeah, Invincible is incredible. I just took a break from it because I was reading a lot of other stuff at the time. So I will get back to that very, very soon, within the next couple days, and I'll finish that off. Irredeemable by Mark Waid, Volume 1 and 2. Paper Girls, Pitiful Human Lizard by Jason Liu. Excellent. What do we have? Rat Queens, Saga 1 through 3 by Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples. Excellent. Sandstone Comics presents Volume 1. Interesting stuff. It's just, I bought it because it's local. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Last Ronins, 1 and 2. I do have 3 and 4, but they're on my reading table. I've yet to get to them. Walking Dead, Volume 1 and 2. Mike McCloud's Understanding Comics. If you took a comic book or literature class in university, you might have read that. The Valiant Era Collection. Ouija, another local book. Really interesting historical piece. Bone, don't have to talk about that. Life Sucks, another book taught at the university I go to. John Carter, The Gods of Mars, and Spidey Freshman Year. And that does it for the paperbacks. Wow, we really blew through that in only 32 minutes. Not bad, I do say. I hope you enjoyed. I really enjoy making these, but unfortunately, I think this is going to have to be the last one for some time. Maybe I'll do some haul videos. At the very least, I'll do haul videos every semester or so. Maybe every year to show. Yeah, every semester. That sounds good. I'll do haul videos every semester to show you what I've been doing. But as far as complete overviews of my collection, this is going to be it for a while, unfortunately, because I will not have access to this collection a lot of the time. And now I do these at the end of the year, so I will have access to it next Christmas, but I won't be adding the volumes from St. John's to this collection because I'm not bringing them across. I'm not bringing them to a different part of the country, or I guess it's a slightly different part of the country, just to put them on the shelf for 5 minutes and record a video. Nonetheless, I really appreciate your support. I've got some wizards there as well. I don't know if that's relevant to anybody. I really appreciate your support and love of these types of videos over the last 6 years. Wow, 6 years of these collection videos. Now, I have privated the first one and maybe the second one just because of how, unpolished they are. But nonetheless, here we are. Thank you for watching. The end of an era in many ways, in the opening of a new one. My second semester of my physics degree. So with that being said, thank you all very, very, very much for watching. I appreciate your being there with me, and welcome to new people. I've since reached 1,000 subscribers. In my next video, in my Christmas special, I should have a shout out to my 1,000 subscriber, but this video is unedited. But yeah, thank you for 1,000 subscribers. Thank you for sticking with me through 6 of these collection videos. And thank you for coming to my channel if you're new. That being said, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.